Namaskar, friends. Today, I'd like to talk about the primary ingredient for a successful meditation. Whether you're a new meditator or you've been meditating for many, many years, this principle should be remembered and followed. If we look at the lives of successful people, we find certain common characteristics that mark their success. And today I'd like to focus on one of those characteristics, which in Sanskrit is called Parishrama, or well-directed effort. Most of us are aware of our physical and our mental aspects of our life. We do physical exercises to keep physically healthy. And we do mental exercises like reading or studying, many different educational related activities, discussions, and so on to keep mentally fit. But very few of us are aware of our inner world, our spiritual world. And what I mean by spiritual world, those rare qualities, divine or higher qualities of mind, love, compassion, welfare, peace, joy, humility, service-mindedness, and so on. So, well-directed effort means to, in our spiritual life, to practice the meditation so that we are enhancing those higher qualities. We have come from lower life forms, so within us are the memories and the common characteristics from those lower life forms. The yogic texts call them the Ashkapasha, means the 8 fetters, and the Sat, Ripu, the 6 enemies. So these lower mental tendencies examples are like lust or greediness, pride, envy, blind attachment, shame, fear, hatred, doubt, backbiting, and so on. You may say that the entire spiritual journey is an effort, a parishrama, to control negative or lower thoughts and enhance and develop higher or spiritual feelings or tendencies of mind. In order to do that, meditation, we use a mantra. So the mantra has a very pure meaning, spiritual meaning, like infinite love or endless peace. And so when we're meditating, it's natural that in the course of meditation, the mind is, many thoughts come in the mind, worldly thoughts, negative thoughts, bad thoughts. And we think, oh, I'm not ready to meditate. I'm just not fit for this kind of thing. Actually, we say the opposite, that worldly thought or negative thought is a sign of progress in meditation because we're trying to concentrate on such a pure idea. It's like when you're cleaning your room. You never cleaned the room for many, many months, and now you start to clean all the hidden corners of the room, and it looks much more messy than when you actually began. But if you continue with that cleaning, then the room takes on a whole new appearance, a whole new vibration. In the same way, as we do meditation, and sometimes we feel like we're not making any progress, but if we follow the instructions given by the teacher with that well-directed effort in the meditation, we are making progress every single time we sit down. It's something like this. When in a 20-minute meditation or a 30-minute meditation, for 2, 3, 4 seconds, you imbibe or you absorb the mantra, that pure idea of supreme consciousness or infinite happiness. You're slowly and gradually changing yourself. And so you start to look at the world differently. You start to see yourself differently. And this is a sign that you're progressing in meditation. So it is bringing into reality that fundamental truth of the mind, which says, as you think, so you become. Or the other proverb, which is very useful in this regard, is drop by drop, the bucket is full. So it's likely that the jogger or the weightlifter, they don't like to do their practices every day, but invariably when they've finished, they feel more strong, more energized, and mind is more clear. And that's exactly the same thing that happens to us when we do our meditation regularly. So to help us outside of meditation, to control the negative thoughts, yogic texts advise us to follow yama and niyama, the 10 universal principles of morality. They're explained in other videos of this channel. And the universal principles of morality and meditation, they synergize. When we follow or try to follow an ethical lifestyle, it gives us the strength to, it makes our mind strong and pure. And with that strong and pure mind, we can do deep meditation. And when the meditation is deep, we have the wisdom and the strength to follow the principles in a better way. So life and meditation is like life. It goes through different phases. Your meditation will have different phases. So sometimes you will feel meditation is very easy. And sometimes you feel, wow, I can't sit more than 2 minutes. So difficult. But as Sadashiva, the first guru of the human society, he said 7,000 years ago, he gave 7 secrets of success. And the first one was firm determination. So move steadily with firm determination towards your goal. Nothing can stop you from reaching it. So eventually, yes, there does come a time, a happy time, when meditation goes into automatic pilot. It becomes effortless. You know, that feeling of profound love or endless peace, it just inundates the mind spontaneously. There's no effort involved at that time. But until we get to that very rare, and it comes time to time, an auspicious moment, we have to continue with our daily, well-directed efforts of meditation. So with the moral principles and meditation as the core practice, we can add on other practices that will enhance the core practice. Example is the yogic exercises, the yogic dances, the devotional dance, vegetarian diet, and fasting. So together, all of these put together, they create a new spiritual-based lifestyle. And with that spiritual-based lifestyle, with those habits, well-directed effort in meditation and so on, we change ourselves and become an all-round healthy and happy person. Thank you. Namaskar.